Hello everyone, welcome back to part 3 of chapter 4. In the last chapter we talked about households, and in this chapter we are going to introduce firms and the government. So for the firms, there are 3 major ways to organize a business. It can be a sole proprietorship, so this means one owner of a company, or a partnership, several, 2 or more owners of a company, or corporation. Corporation issues stocks. Whoever purchased the stock, they are the owner of the firm. So corporations can have millions of owners because they issue stocks. Americans love to be a boss for themselves, because you can see that out of the total number of firms registered, 70% is under sole proprietorship, 10% is under partnership, about 20% is under corporations. Small business usually is sole proprietorship. The percentage of their sales is very, very small. This 6% is the total sales of all of these 70% of the firms that are under sole proprietorship. It takes 6% out of the total market sales. Partnership is 3%. Usually we say big corporations, that means here. And because they have so many stores everywhere, and they are usually bigger, so their sales is more. They take more than 90% of the total sales. For the rest of them, I think you can read it from the textbook. I only want to explain a few important concepts over here. So the first concept I would like to explain is this one. Corporations has limited liability. What does that mean? Limited liability means the owner is not personally responsible for business debts and obligations of the firm. So corporations, I just mentioned that if you want to be an owner, you purchase their stock. So the money that you spend on purchasing the stock, that is the money that you put in. In case the firm has debts, has other obligations, the owner who purchased the stock is not responsible. You don't have to pay their debt. So that is what limited liability means. So which type of firm has unlimited liability? Sole proprietorship and partnership. So because of that, I put it on here. This is the disadvantage. What does that mean? It means that owners of sole proprietorship and partnership, in case they have debt, they are fully responsible for the debt. If they don't have enough money in their business account to return the debt, then they will have to use their personal belonging, their house, their car, anything, to return the debt. So their liability is unlimited. Okay, the next concept that I want to talk about is double taxation. What does double taxation mean? Double taxation is corporation profit will be taxed twice. The first time is when they make profit. That is called corporate income. This income, in fact, is their profit. So they has to pay tax first. After that, the profit will be distributed to the stock owner. That is part of the stock owner's personal income, so they have to pay personal income tax. So some people believe that this is not fair because there is a same source of profit and they have to be taxed twice. Some other people think that this is fair because corporation is so big, they always earn tremendous amount of profit compared to sole proprietorship and partnership. So I just want you to know that this is what double taxation means. The firms that are subject to double taxation is corporation only. Then how about sole proprietorship and partnership? How do they pay their tax? Well, when they make profit, that profit has to be taxed. And that tax is the same as you and me, wage earners. They also need to file the personal income tax. So this is about the forms. Next, we are going to move on to a new model. This time is a closed mixed economy. We have households, farms, and the government all in this model. So why do we need governments in an economy? The answer is sometimes we need the government to provide public goods. So public goods are provided by the government. Most of them are free. Sometimes if it's not free, the price is reduced. Why is that? Why do we need public goods? It turns out that some of the goods is what people want and need, but private firms cannot see there is any profit opportunity, so they don't want to offer it. Because of that, we want the government to do the job. Redistribute income. Not everyone have the resources. Some of the people doesn't have the resources. For example, disabled. Okay, they lost the ability to walk. Therefore, we have to give them some income, redistribute some income to the people who doesn't have the resources in a fair way. And then we have to argue about what is fair, what is unfair. And the third is to resolve market failure. Free market economy works most of the time, but sometimes it doesn't work. So during the time that it failed to work, we need the government to intervene the economy. For example, during recession, you do want the government to prevent the high unemployment rate, right? So those are the three major functions in this economy. So in the circular flow diagram, we are going to add the government in here. Now the government becomes one of the components. So the government offers public goods. So this is on the supply side. Majority of them are free, so we don't put the money back in here, right? So public goods is part of the goods and services that everybody enjoy it. For example, national defense. National defense give us safety, so that is a public good. All right. So the government themselves doesn't have the resources. They have to come to the households and demand for resources. So government must come to households who owns resources, land, labor, and capital, and demand for the resources. Those resources are not free. The government need to pay the household who let them use their land, labor, and capital. So the government pay rent if they use land. They pay wages or salary if they use labor. Government is not allowed to make profit, so it's a non-profit seeking organization, so they don't pay profit. Okay, so this is that. All right, so you can see there is a problem over here, right? The government uses the resources to supply the public goods to here. They pay the resources. So where are their money from? Well, you know the answer, right? From tax. So when household take the income, part of it goes to tax. When farms make profit, part of it go to tax. So the government has this money, which is called tax revenue. So the income redistribution is some of the households doesn't have resources, so the government give them money. For example, unemployment insurance. Some people lost their job. It's not really their fault, right? So government pay them the money. On the other hand, for the farms, some of the goods people really want, but it doesn't make a lot of profit. So to encourage the farms make more to satisfy people's wants, the government actually pay the farms subsidies. They subsidize the farm. And so the farm will say, oh, okay, give the farms some incentive to make more of those products. So I'm going to give you one example. So in this circular flow diagram, where is President Trump? What do you think? President Trump works for the government, right? Now, President Trump, when he is not working, he is in fact a household. He offers his time and ability and got elected. Now he serves as the president. So, the federal government actually demand for his service. Okay, so that is a demand. And the federal government actually pay President Trump for his working as the government. So money goes out this way. Okay. So President Trump's presidential service to this country is a public good. So this is the public service, so he offers that services, to our entire nation. Okay, get it? Very good. Here is another example, refers to the circular flow diagram for a closed mixed economy. Consider this scenario. Luigi registers Econ 2105 at South Georgia State College. See what are these questions here. Who is the buyer of Econ 2105? Luigi, isn't it? Luigi, yeah. Who is considered as a household? Luigi, right? Very good. Is SGSC considered as the supplier that supply this course? Yes. Is SGSC considered as the farm? If not, what should it be? So the econ class is up here. Luigi as a household demands for it, right? So therefore, the supplier, there are only two, government or a private farm. So is South Georgia State College a private farm or a government agency? It is a state government agency, so actually it's over here. It is a supply of public goods. So it is the government. Student said that, well, but I pay tuition. Well, what happened is that the state government pays approximately half of your tuition and student pays about half. Okay. In which market does this activity take place? It's in the products market, right? Very good. I'm going to stop here for this part. I'll see you in the in the next part. Okay. Bye.